This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
Hello guys, and welcome back to Motorsports Review. And in today's video, I'm here to clear up some things that I've said in the past. I'm talking, well, today's video is going to be another conversation I usually have once in a while. And yeah, we're having another one of those conversations. I feel like I've gotten a lot of things, or a couple things wrong. And I'm specifically talking about, what the left doesn't want you to know type videos, and living black in America type video, those videos. What I would like to say really is a lot has really changed for me, especially with, my thoughts and the things that I've learned really about this country. Well, I've been taught, because I'm pretty sure, my father has reminded me a lot about how, this country is, quite complicated, and you don't want to fall victim to the way this society is. You want to achieve for the highest, you want to be the best you can, things like that. And I was taught that at a very young age. Grew up as a kid watching the news all the time, watching CNN, and even grew up hating Fox News. But then for a while, I switched up. Though I shouldn't be worried about politics because I'm not even allowed to vote. But even that, I'm thinking, what, now I'm questioning, why is it the fact that we need to vote? But yeah, started, somewhat liking Fox News. But now I just wonder, where is this country really going right now? Why is this country even like this? Like, the fact that we are so divided, what is the reason for that? It's like, the job of the senator and the representative really, the representative and the senator really forgot how to do their job. Really, the president. And even the media, it's gotten so opinionated. And the way they, word things in the news, it really can affect how you think. And I think I learned that even with myself. I've noticed, if they say, it can be two stories that are the same, but they can have now words are so powerful. They can hurt you, they can do a lot of things. And when I say words are so powerful, they are. You can have you can talk about the same thing, but have two different stories with different outcomes. And it's crazy to me. And it's something you would usually know, but it was very new to me. And I was surprised, really, that words would actually make people think certain ways. And that's why you need to be careful using your words. That's pretty much what I'm doing now. When I'm hesitant about certain things, I'm constantly, when I'm making these videos, I'm thinking I have to use the right word to get what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, then you lose the message. But what I'm clearly saying is that I just want one thing, and if that one thing can happen, I would like the other many things to follow that same thing. I would like this country to be unified. I'm not meaning everybody just think the same. No, I'm thinking it's so divided, and there's so much, there's words that are really manipulating people to think certain ways, and it's really hurting and damaging this country. What I was worried about literally a month ago is that, what if a race war literally broke out? Now, there is a possibility that could still happen, and it's gone crazy. Ever since the Corona appeared, and the tragedy that happened to George Floyd, it's been a crazy journey for most Americans. and it's been putting people through this, you know, crazy time. We've seen a lot of terrible things happen. Some good things, but a lot of terrible things happen. And it's really due to all this stress that is being put on us, you know, as Americans. And what I think America just needs right now is just a unification, a time to set the middle ground and just say, hey, it's time that we all come together and it's time for us to move forward. Because it's like the past is just biting on people, and what's happening now is also adding on to that. So it's like a big weight of block, you know, a big block of, you know, weight on top of people's backs, and it's causing people to feel certain ways and do certain things. I mean, some people go all the way and beyond, you know. It's a lot of tragedies even happening, and you know, the world has a lot of tragedies, but it's not something, you know, like this, at least from what I've seen. It's so, and with words, they're so powerful. If you've noticed what's been going on with words, they're like fueling people to feel certain ways. And I feel like TikTok has, you know, TikTok makes a good example of that. If you go to political TikTok, very toxic. You know, you think CNN versus Fox News is toxic. No, this takes it to a wave of, you know, much higher wave, and it's crazy to me. Even people would think like this. I mean, the feminist movement, a movement that I supported, I don't even know if I can support it anymore because it's been manipulated. Like, people just ruined the movement. I mean, the whole idea of the movement is, you know, equal pay for women, you know, just like equal rights, you know. And that could have unified this country. Nope. It did the opposite. It divided, because now you have a lot of trolls. I mean, I guess they're just trolls. They're trying to troll people so that they can get clout. So, I mean, if you hear them, I wouldn't even waste my time. But it's a bunch of trolls that ruined it, and now they're like just using it to create this crazy idea of removing all men off the earth. Like, I know it's not gonna happen, but it's weird, and it's just crazy. And then you have these, you know, a lot of absurd discussions, and it's crazy to me. But what I just wish was if this country could just come together, set a middle ground, start passing some things, and move forward. I'm not saying forget about the past. Let's use the past as an example of what not to do. Let's embrace the past and move towards the future. It's like a lot of people are still grieving about the past, which I can get, but you know, you can't grieve too long. You shouldn't be grieving too long. And bringing things up from the past and comparing it to something of today's manner, I mean, I think it pretty much depends, really. But in all honesty, I mean, it's been crazy. And all I just wish is if this country could unify and move forward. I don't even know why it's, you know, a thing today. I don't even have words for it. It's just absurd, and I have so many things to say. But I'm trying not to make this video like an hour-long video. But all I wish is if this country could just come together and make means of change. We could do a lot. I mean, and you know, barking about what the president has done, or you know, talking about how you know BLM is deceiving and all that. That's not helping no one. I think what we need to make clear is, I'm not saying praise the president, or I'm not saying you know BLM is made of a bunch of angels. But what I am saying is, all I want is this country to come together and get things done. There's a lot of, there's police brutality, and there's cases of it. I mean, it's a thing. And we need to do what we can to make sure it doesn't, affect even more people. So we do what we can to stop that from happening, and we start passing legislations for that. Instead of barking about this certain person or this party or this president, we should do what we can to get things done. I don't care if I'm not saying you don't have to dislike that person. It's like what they teach us in school. Sometimes in school you have to work with the person you don't like. It's just life like that. But with life we gotta keep going. We can't just be staying in the same position. It's gonna affect it, and it affects how the school dynamic works, and if you compare it to real life standards, it affects how this country really is. I mean, if you as leaders of a certain state, you're supposed to be setting an example for even the youth, but they can't even do that. It's like the young person knows more than they do. I mean, they're like 60, 70 years old. I mean, and they really have no lack of intelligence, it seems like, or common sense. Common sense would be great. And it proves to you that you don't really need to graduate from Harvard to have common sense. And it's ridiculous. They're supposed to be the adults that can think about these certain things, but I don't know really what's causing them to think this way. But all I wish is if this country could come together and bring the change that we need here. I did call on, in the Living Black in America video, I called on politicians to do what they need to do to get things done, to pass legislation to help move this country forward. And I know many of them not even any of them seen my video, but many of you did, and you guys can still call on the same things if you believe that this country could be unified and we could get things done. Or you can just be the people who like to stick their head, just complain about what's going on and do nothing. It's up to you. But what I'm saying is, I don't care who or what. I don't care if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're the president, or you're the House Majority Leader or the Minority Leader, or whoever you are. All I ask is you bring change for this country, you unify this country, and you stop all this, because this country is being affected badly. I mean, just today in Cheddar's Park, Texas, you had 3 officers shot. I don't know what the situation was really with that, so I don't know if that'd be a good example, but a lot of crazy things have happened. Just like how you've seen a rise in police involved shootings, or a lot of tragedies, like unarmed people getting attacked, as well as officers being killed because of all the rage and all that stress put on people, where it's and all that trauma just being put on the American people. It's dividing us even more from that even. So, and then you have many people who are being hurt by that. Like I mentioned, trauma just now, even with people taking it on committing suicide and stuff like that. This pandemic, what's going on with this race war in America, this divisiveness, this is all putting pressure on people, and it's causing them to do terrible things. And like I said, all that I wish is that this country could come together and bring change, means of change. And that's all I'm asking in this video. Okay, I think my camera it heated a little bit, so I had to cool it down a bit. But yeah, all I was saying is that's really what the country needs. It needs unification. I also wanted to clarify the things I said. I was wrong about a lot of a couple things that I've said in previous videos, but I think right now I've said what's right and what's needed right now is just the unification and the ability to sit down and talk to each other. Right now everyone's yelling at each other, but really what we need is unification. We need to work together and take this country forward. because this is America, and whether we like it or not, I mean, you know, people like me, like I was actually born here, but you know, my parents are immigrants from, you know, Somalia, and so as my older siblings, but you know, I was born here, so this is my country, and whether I like it or not, this is the place probably I'm gonna be living in the future, and really I would want the best future for me and my family. So and even now, so what we need to do is take this country forward, do what we can to unify this country, and hopefully we could see the best for the future. We don't need fights, we don't need to argue about that, because that's the right thing. The right thing right now is to unify and take this country forward. Alright, thank you for watching today's video. Make sure you guys like today's video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon. Make sure you also check out the Driven store, link in the description below. As always, you guys can always go check out the cool stuff that I got on there. Not really a lot of people shop there, but definitely go check it out. I'm Abubakar on Motorsports Review. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. I hope for the best for you and your families. I hope you guys stay safe, and especially, you know, enjoying your time. I'm actually starting school pretty soon on Monday, but I don't know, maybe this video might be released on the day I start school, so it'll be considered today. But yeah, I mean, enjoy yourselves, stay safe, definitely don't be partying around. Now if you believe the coronavirus is fake, still wear a mask, because we don't know that for sure. I mean, who can we really actually trust? So a smart person would know, stay safe. Even if this was a made-up pandemic, or even if this is, well, it's pretty much a real pandemic, but even if it's a real pandemic, wear the mask anyway. You exactly don't know. I mean, who are you gonna trust? Who are you gonna trust? Because if you can't trust the people there, then why would you trust this person too? I mean, logical sense. So take your precautions, you know, and stay safe. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you off with that message. Like I said, I'm Abubakar on Motorsports Review. Until then, I'll see you amazing viewers next time.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.